Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Hazenboro Craftworks, here on the Hazenboro Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist. And welcome to our final day, happy Friday, of our first week of giving thanks. November always makes me think about the things and ponder a bit about what I'm thankful for. And that's what I'm doing this month of November is building up to Thanksgiving week and all the things that I'm thankful for. And I couldn't help but start with the number one thing I'm thankful for, and that's my beautiful bride. And I had a couple of stories already this week on that, and if you'll bear with me, I've got yet another one because my beautiful bride is she's a fantastic person. And I hope all y'all, if you've got a wonderful bride yourself or a significant other, spouse, or whoever that person may be, I hope they are special to you as well, and you find ways to show them that or show them your appreciation. I know that I could do a better job. But today, our bottle is, it's another Woodford Reserve, and it's the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. And the story behind this one is, I'm not, how should I put it? Let's just say my wife is the personality in the family. I mean, people gravitate to her. She is wonderful. She is beautiful. She is kind. She can start up a conversation and keep it going. And I'm typically in the background. And before I open up and start chattering away, you usually have to get to know me. And the only reason why I can gab so much up here in front of the camera is because, I'm talking about whiskey, and, that's just, my favorite thing. But this story is, how should I put it? Y'all have that guy, the whiskey guy or the whiskey gal, the one that can hook you up, the one that saves that bottle behind the counter and gives you a call or shoots you a text and says, hey, I got this. Do you want it before I put it out or before I offer it to anyone else? Or that person that you can go to and say, hey, I'm looking for this. And they're going to see what they can find for you. And they're going to look until they find it or just know for sure that they can't get it for you. Well, this bottle, the story behind this bottle, my beautiful bride helped introduce me to that person. And if any of y'all tuned into my special video on Angel's Envy, where I got drawn for the number one pick that month, and I got this delicious bottle right here, y'all got to meet my guy. And this bottle is the story how I really got to meet my guy. His name is Brett. Y'all met him in that video. He introduced himself. And my beautiful bride, she went in to Hy-Vee Wine and Spirits, where I get most of my stuff and where I special order most of my things so that we can do some videos and have some fun together here on my channel. And when she went in there, she noticed a bunch of bottles stacked up behind the counter in a corner in this big decorated box. And so she had to ask, what is this all about? And Brett just so happened to explain to her all about the allocation and what that's all about. And so my beautiful bride puts her name in that box. And once you know it, her name gets drawn first. And so she's so excited. She gets the call from the guys, and they sent it wasn't Brett. I can't remember who it was at that time who was helping Brett out with calling the folk. But they gave her a call. They took a picture of all the bottles up there, and they sent her to her in a text. and she's super excited. She gives me a call. You won't believe it. She sends me the text. I saw this bottle in there. I love my Woodford Reserve double oaked, so I really had to know what that double oaked was all about. And so I got this. I got it for MSRP at the time because that's how they work their allocation. And then I go in to pick it up. And when I go in to pick it up, this is where I meet my guy. This is where I meet Brett. And, you know, he's an easy guy to talk to. We started talking whiskey and bourbon and chatting. We got along good that time. So then I'm not so afraid to go in again another time and talk to him. And we talk some more. And, you know, time goes on and I build a really good relationship with Brett. And so here again, my beautiful bride, being selfless, going into Hy-Vee Wine and Spirits for herself. I think she was probably after her car bliss or something. She sees this in the corner, the whiskeys. She thinks of me, of course, as always. She inquires about it. She thinks that'd be something that I'd enjoy. She puts her name in. Luck of the draw, number one. Not only do I get this great bottle, Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, but I get to meet a new person, make a new friend, and get my guy, right? My whiskey guy, my connection. So what do we get in Woodford Reserve Double Oaked besides a good friend and another story of why my beautiful bride is my number one that I am thankful for over and over again? Well, first of all, we got legs that just don't stop on this one. I mean, holy moly. I wish I can get that camera in close enough so you can see those. What the heck? I wonder how well this camera, let's just see. How well does this camera get in for it close up? Can you even see that? We'll find out later, right? Because those are some nice legs. And I have to say on the nose right away, I don't get... maybe I'm wrong. So I was going to say at first, I don't get too much more barrel than what I remembered in that double oak, but I might have to take that back. But on the double, that barrel comes out just a little bit more like a licorice, like a black licorice smell. With that barrel and the barrel spice, and the barrel spice is a bit more cinnamon and clove, really, and just a touch of you know, I say black licorice, but the sweetness isn't there, so I'm going to have to go with the barrel spice on it, and I have to say the anise. So a little cinnamon, a little clove, and that anise is probably the stronger of the barrel spices there. And typically, if I'm not a black licorice guy, but there's something about when it's in a whiskey that it's not so off-putting. Let's go in for a taste and see what opens up. Now, it is nice on the palate for viscosity, but I have to say, I can't say that it's any more than the double oak that we did on Wednesday, from what I remember. The sweetness comes out almost like you poured a a sweet caramel syrup in it. And there's a little. I mean, this is the same proof as the other two, so it's still that 90.4 proof, but there's a little bit of a bite on the tip of the tongue from this one that I didn't expect, and I don't remember from the last pour that I had of this one. But one thing I do know is, from day to day, week to week, month to month, and I've had this bottle for a while. Each time I have something, my palate is just a little bit different, so it's always fun for me to do this, and be fun for me to do a review just like this again in 3-6 months and see if the review is exactly the same or a little bit different, or what my palate and my nose is telling me. But on the nose, everything's still the same. It's that same anise and cinnamon and cloves. And then there's there we go. There's a little bit of sweet now on the nose, and that sweetness comes in with that same like a caramel syrup. I don't know if y'all. So the reason I'm coming up with that one, my beautiful bride, she loves a latte in the morning, and we've got a coffee machine that makes espressos and cappuccinos and lattes. And when I make her latte in the morning, she loves a caramel syrup in it. And this is the similar note that I'm getting for that caramel syrup. It's not like a caramel candy. It's not like when I'm melting brown sugar to make a homemade caramel with butter or anything like this. It's more like that coffee syrup, that caramel syrup. And again, about that same viscosity on the palate, even though it really had legs on the Glen. But the sweetness now, after a couple of sips, is nice on the front and the mid palate. Very nice. And it's evolving to more of a buttery caramel that I really enjoy. So it's different than what I'm nosing than what it is on the palate. And then on the finish, oh, that's nice. Lick my lips, and it's like I've got that caramel all over my lips. That's nice. On the finish, then I've got, it does dry in the back of the throat more than the double oaked, certainly more than the Woodford Reserve. And that whole barrel experience is right there in the back of the throat. I just get that more of that barrel, and even pushing that edge to what I talked about. I think I brought this up on Wednesday's video. A bit of the tanniny, just pushing that edge. Not to where it's off-putting, but it's just pushing that edge where it dries out the back of the palate a little bit. And where I lose, and it stays there long enough to where the finish is nice, but then that dryness comes. And then I lose that nice sweetness and the nice barrel spices that I had going there for a little bit. So, but it lingers. I mean, that finish is long. I have to admit that I wish that there was more of those barrel spices with that drying, and it would be very, very pleasant. But overall, yeah, as you can tell, I mean, I enjoy this bottle. I think this is a good expression because I love barrel in it. This delivers some barrel to me. Um, it's quite good, and to pick it up at MSRP and to meet my new good friend Brett and my guy, as I call him, and again to have another example of my beautiful bride's selflessness and kindness and ability to to strike a conversation and be social and just examples over and over again of how my beautiful bride, how people just enjoy her company. They're drawn to her. They can talk to her, and her kindness and thinking of others. Just on this Friday with this excellent pour, why I had to start out my month of what I'm thankful for with the number one person on this earth who I am thankful for, and that is my beautiful bride. So, to my beautiful bride, cheers and thank you. And as you all know, I do love to have you all coming back around. So please, if you would, hit that like, subscribe, and that bell. I'd certainly be thankful for that. But I'd be even more thankful if you just take it easy and don't drink and drive. Cheers.